Hello and welcome to my channel, Making Crafts. Today I am working on converting my happy planner into a junk journal. And so I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. And now it's time to get ready for the new year. So I'm a little behind on getting this ready. So I want to go ahead and get started on my January section. And I'll work on several sections as I go. But I took out a few pages already, but I'm going to take out let me see what it is. Well, I've actually took them out. I'm going to leave these in for now until I make a decision what to do with that. But I have printed out the a calendar here for 2021. I took the one out that was in here because I didn't like it, because I don't think it's going to match everything that I'm doing. And so what I've done is printed this one out, and then I think I may go and print out a future log eventually, but I'm going to cut this at 7 inches. I think it's how, yes, that'd be right. I printed this from lovelyplanner.com, and all you have to do is subscribe to her site, and then you can, she has all kinds of planner printables, and I think it's for all types of planners as well. She has a variety. So let me make sure that's going to fit. That's correct. Okay, so let's, for this one, I am gonna hole punch it, and I'm just using my punch that you use for a happy planner. So whatever planner you're using or whatever book you're using, you'll have to use the punch that goes with yours. And hopefully you're working on a planner along with me. So let me see here. I want to stamp around it some, but I'm going to stamp off onto this paper one that do the edges. And I have two new stamp sets that I'm going to try from Bo Bunny. This is just a background stamp, and then this one has stitching and some little doilies. And so what I want to do is see if I can, I don't want to collage on this because it would cover up everything, all the writing. So, but I do want to stamp on it and see if I can give it more of a vintage look. Let's see, I probably should have printed it on something darker, but a lot of the pages are going to be white. So that's why I just printed it on the white cardstock. It's not the 110 pound, but I don't remember what pound it is. It's lighter than that. I also, in my last video, showed the cover that I made. And for this cover, I did go back after the video and stitch around the edges. And I'm going to change these out. I have more rings. I've split this planner into two last year, and so I'm on the second half of it. So I'm going to put the gold on here, I do believe. And I have pink as well, so I may try the pink and see which ones I like the best. And I may just change it out throughout the year. So let's see. Let me get the stamp block. I want to see what it looks like to, do I want to put the doily? Let's start out with one of the doilies. So we need a smaller block, and I'm just going to make the doily just a soft brown. Let's stamp it here first and see what it looks like. Since I've never used it before, I might want to, I'm just stamping off on some old book pages, and then I can use these book pages in collages. Let me see. Okay, so I'm not wanting a perfect, sorry for the noise. I'm not wanting a perfect print anyway. I want it to kind of look vintagey, so it's okay if it doesn't print the whole thing. That's kind of what I'm going for. Oops, I want to stamp off right here. I need to just put it on the edge there. And then I think I want it on one of these edges. And where else? Where else do I want one? Maybe right in here we need to put a little bit. And then let me stamp off on this paper again. Clean my stamp off just a little bit. And then I go back and clean it later just so I can put it up. So now let's take, and I'm trying to decide, thinking that I want to try this background script texture stamp, and Just kind of like a background stamp. So let's see here. Haven't ever tried this one before either, so let's just stamp onto this paper underneath that I've been using underneath and see what it looks like. Okay, I do like that. So let's just get some ink on there. And we're just gonna stamp. Oh, that's cool. I do like that. I'm just gonna stamp a little here. And then maybe a little up here. And I purposely didn't go back and put on the ink there because I want some lighter spots, and I don't know if there's enough ink left on it to get any here, but we're gonna try. It was a little bit, yeah, so it was enough. And now I need to decide, should I put some splatters in the middle of the page or leave it like that? Let me see. I do have another stamp set. Let me see if I can find it. That is texture and background. I love the texture and background stamps. I love adding all this to my pages. I don't know if I want to use that one though. Just looking to see. I feel like I need something more in here. How about, how about if I do use this one and and this one's from Whimsy Stamps. I think I've got the name covered up here. Right here, it's Whimsy's. And this is, I don't know what the name of the stamp set is. Distressed Background and Ink Splats, I think is what it says. So I'm going to try this one. And let's see how it goes. Just stamp off the edge there a little bit. Maybe, you know what? I've changed my mind again. I'm going to take and use this one more time, and I'm going to stamp in the middle with this one because I really like the splattered look of this one. I'm making a huge mess with it. So let me see what I can get just down the middle here. I can always print it again if I don't like it. But I do like that. And then what if just a little bit different spots like that. And now let's go back with the drops, the splatter drops ones, and just stamp. I'll take and stamp off and then stamp some dots on. It's kind of messy looking now, but this is exactly what I was wanting, is a messier look. And I'm going to go back with the doily. I want to put a couple of more spots. So I'm thinking right in, maybe, well, I don't want it to line up either. You have to really think about it so it doesn't look lined up. Maybe a spot there, and maybe right in, let's see here, right in there, just a very light. That may have, I hope I didn't mess it up. There we go. Just some more texture there. Okay, so now I'm going to ink the edges. I wasn't going to, but I have decided I do want to ink the edges. Let me find my, okay, so I am going to ink these edges up just to give it a little bit more something to it. I like the look that it adds. And I have no idea where I'm going with this. I want to try a junk journal in my Happy Planner, just for my planner, and if it doesn't work out, that's okay, it's just paper. So I thought I would just go for it and try it and just see how it looks. And if I'm not happy with it, I can always reprint this one and try different stuff with it. So what if I just took and went around just a little bit like it was old paper and just give it a little bit more aging on the page. Kind of like that. I was planning on going crisp white with a lot of the pages, but now, I don't know, I always wind up making everything a little bit dingy and vintage looking. I think that's just the style I like. And I may have went overboard with this page, but it is a little messy, but I do kind of like it, so I'm going to leave it, and then if I were to just change my mind about it, I will just make a new one. So I'm just going to add that into my planner. And then for these, this one's coming out, that's right. And then, but for these, I'm going to hold off. I got to make a decision. I got to cover this page up, but I got to make a decision what I want to put there. And then for this one, I haven't quite figured out yet, but this one I have an idea. So I want to go ahead and just work on the pages that I have an idea for. And then the ones that I don't, I will wait and work on those later. And it's no stress. I have all year to work on it. So I use my planner. It's not just for decoration, but so I can add more decorations to it as I go along. But I do want to make the cover for January. So for that, I have went through my, I want blues. I want to go with some blues. And I'm going to leave these stamps out because I am going to use them. So let's put that over there. But I want to go with some blues. I thought about going with snowflakes, and then I found all these papers with flowers. And so I went through my stash of paper pads that I had, and I pulled out some different things. And then I also printed a few things. So all this isn't from the same paper pack. And then I did print some on my, I have some, what do you call this? Dot grid paper. And so I do use my planner, kind of like a bullet journal as well. I don't use the planning pages. I make a bullet journal. So I printed out some of these to go in there as well. And I got to cut those out. And then I printed out some tags, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with everything yet. So I thought I would start with the cover page for January and kind of do like a little collage. And so first off, I want to cut this to size. And let me find my paper trimmer. Let me see. I'm going to tear this out. Well, not tear it out. I'm going to take it out. That's what I love about a Happy Planner. You can take the pages in and out, no problem. 7 by 9 1/4. Okay. So I'm going to cut this 7 by 9 1/4. So then that's going to go there, and I'm just going to attach it on top of that more than likely instead of making another tab. And then I think well, I do want to cut some of this stuff out. Let me go ahead and cut these little pieces out because most of them I'm going to tear, but I do want to cut these. And I do want to use some of these. I was thinking of using this little saying here. I like to put inspirational quotes in my Happy Planner, and because I do, like I said, I use it every day. I have several things to keep up with, and I am the type, if I don't have a plan, I will not get anything done for the day. So I use it for our homeschool. I use it for cleaning, keeping up with the housework. I also use it to keep up with for my online business, and then now for YouTube. So I have quite a few things to keep up with each day, so I like to have a planner, and so I have a plan in place so I know what needs to get done each week. It doesn't always get done, but it's nice to write it out and kind of have a plan. I'm just picking out some of the blue pieces out of this pack, and so for January it's going to be blue, but then I think February I may go pink theme. I'm not sure yet. So each month I'm just going to have a different color theme. And so that's how I went through all my papers that I had. So like this is a small paper pack I have, and it's got a lot of blues in it. So I pulled that out to use as well. And I went through just different places that I had different things and tried to see what I had that would go with this color theme. And so then I pulled it out. Let's see here. I might want to use this note card. Well, I'm going to hold off on that one. Let's see, maybe I'll take this tag out. I can cut part of it with my scissors. I'll just cut the edges that I can cut with this cutter. I'll cut it. Okay. Then I can cut right there as well. And right across here, so I won't have to cut much with my scissors. I'll put that in the pile. And I may not use all this, but I do want to set it aside. And I'm going to save these because I might use those in other parts of the planner. That's pink, so that might be next month. Okay, sorry for all that. That's loud. I wasn't even thinking how loud that was going to be. So, now, just laying all this out, I did pick out this paper to go on this one. I also found a cute little bunny. Made me think about bunnies in the winter, snuggled up in their little dens. So I'm thinking of cutting this out to go on the page as well. I don't know yet. I'm still deciding. And then I have a piece of paper I pulled out of a book, and I also have some tea stain paper that I tea stained. So we'll see. Let's start out first by hole punching this. That way I have it. I know where the holes will be, and I'm gonna stay away from that side on collagen. Okay, I'm just trying to get it lined up here. I've got two little lines here. It shows me where to put them. And I'm just trying to get it between those lines and kind of get an even punch here. So hold on just a second. Let me eyeball that. There we go. Okay, so now, there it is. Okay, so let me set this side. And then I'm just going to need maybe smaller. Let's start here with tearing. And then how far down do I want to tear? Yeah, I'm not measuring anything. I'm just going to tear and see where we go with this. Okay. Just going to lay it there. And then I just want to tear these edges. See how I like that? And then tear down the edge. Oops, I do want the white, so I want to tear it down this way. Oh, I meant this way. Okay, there we go. I do like it like that. So let me find my little sponge and my ink. I'm going to ink the edges just a little bit to get that white to looking not as stark white. I don't want it to be so bright. And then I'm just going to put that there. And then tear a little bit of this to go on it. Let's see here. Across here. Just going to tear across. Let me clean up my little spot here. I have a little tin that I throw my scraps in, so when I get done, I don't have so many scraps everywhere. Just going to tear this down through here. And sometimes I take these little scraps that I have in the tin and I glue them onto collages and stuff as well. Trying to decide, did I want that in between those, or do I want it here? I think I like it better, kind of in between right here. And then I may tear a little bit of this as well to add in there. But let me see, let's take and get this little bunny out. Where are you, little bunny? Where did I lay that paper? Oh, over here. I tore out 2 little sheets. So let me just tear him out. And this book, actually, I rescued from, I hate tearing it up, but I had no other use for it. I rescued it from the free bin at our used bookstore several months ago, and that they put the stuff in the free bin, and I think once, I'm not sure, I feel like at the end of the day is when they do it, they put the books in the dumpster. So I did. So it does sometimes feel bad that we're tearing up books, but this one was rescued from the bin. It would have been put in the trash anyway, so I'm giving it a new life. So I love checking out the bin. I don't know, I guess this is one, sorry about that, the phone started ringing. I guess this maybe was one they couldn't sell. It just isn't a popular book, maybe. So I got it out of the bin and I brought it home to see what I could do with it. So I think first off I'm going to just see, it's a slicker pages, so I don't know how it's going to do with the ink. That's what I was just going to see. Maybe I should have tried the back side first, but I always got to try. I do like it. It's inking it up just fine. Because I'm just doing it lightly to make it look like it's super aged. So let's just, I just don't want all the stark whiteness on it. So let's see. Have that. And I'm thinking I don't like the corners being so square there. Let me just look, because I have some other things to add. I'm just going to darken these edges as well. I'm going to try to get the whole January set up, but I'm not going to do much to a lot of the pages today. I'm just, let me see, I don't know if I like that or not, but kind of like my bunnies on here, and I like the different color papers. Kind of wanted a, I did want a saying. Let's cut this little guy out too. Let me find my scissors. I've cleaned up my craft area and I've been organizing, and now I have to remember where I put everything, because everything is in different spots. So let me cut this out, and then we'll see if it goes anywhere on this page. I may have to just print out a little sentiment, and may have to come up with my own. I'm not really sure what I want to put on here. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to just ink up the edges some. And let's see, what if I just had it maybe down in here. Okay, I want to punch a hole in the little tag, and I'll put a little piece of string through it. I'm going to use the small side of this hole puncher. Of my crocodile, I guess I should say. And then I want to put a little dark where I did that. Okay, So we're going to put that there and maybe there. And let me grab some of my, which color should I use? I really think this one's probably going to match better. I have to figure out where it starts. So let's take, just going to tie just a little bow in it. Or maybe just a little, I may just tie, let's see how we're going to do this. I just put a little, may not tie the bow, I may just, trying to think what I'm trying to say, just tie it like just a string, not into a bow. I think it's getting nap time. I'm not able to think of what I want to say. Think of my words. So, yeah. So yeah, so let's just do it like that. And maybe, kind of like it crooked right there. What if I did make a little bow that I could stick on it? I am not a bow maker for sure. And this is so tiny for me. But I'm trying it. Oh, that's kind of cute. What if I just glued that there like that? I like that. So I'm going to leave it right there for just a second and take a look at this and see what we have. So I think we should start gluing, or I have one more thing I want to do. I think I want to get rid of some of this white right here. I'm not happy with all that white showing, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that off. And then let's see. I'm not happy with that little piece sticking out. So now let's take a look here. Because I think that it needs to be really dark up against the other paper, so that's why I'm taking the white off the edges and leaving it the navy. So that way it is darker. Let me just, okay. So then if I do like that, I'm gonna start gluing now. I'm not gonna keep fussing with it. Put that like that. Okay, so I do like that. So I do think though I want to get rid of this white as well. So let me see here if I can just get the little bitty edge off. I don't want to make it much smaller, because if I do, I'm gonna have to start over. I'm not gonna have enough paper here to use. So, but I think I was happy with the white when it was up against the, when I thought I was gonna put it against the blue, but then once I realized that I was gonna put it up against the lighter color paper, the tea stain paper, I decided, you know, I don't really like it. So let's lay it out one more time before I glue. And then we'll put that there. So let me find my glue now. I've got it handy. And so let's start gluing down. So first I'm going to glue down the tea stain paper. I've been using a lot of my tea stain paper. I'm going to have to take a day and stain again. It didn't take me long that day though to get them done. Just took longer for it to dry. Is what it's the whole thing. And I don't have a great place to lay it out, so I'd like to wait for a warm day so I could lay it out on the back porch. I have a table out there, and I think that would work. Or I could even find some sort of rack or something and lay it out there on it. And that way it would dry faster and not have to be sitting in my kitchen. And I did try some coffee on some of these too, so this one may have, I think that dark right in there may be some coffee. I was just experimenting. That was like, may have been the first time I tea dyed papers. And I was just experimenting and did a bunch of papers. But I have some other ways I want to try tea dyeing as well, where I don't have to get it as wet. Because that's what messes up the drying time, is when they get soaked all the way through. Which I dried some of mine in the oven, but I thought makes me a little nervous doing that. I'm afraid they'll catch on fire, so I decided just to lay them out in the kitchen and let them dry overnight. So there we go. And then we're just going to put that there. Let me glue my little bow on first so it can be drying. So let me just stick this right here. I'm just going to put a little glue right there on the top of the tag where the string was. And I'm using a little Fabri-Tac to do that. And then I'm just going to attach it. And hopefully I didn't put too much glue. Just want to attach it and get some of that glue off. I think I got too much. Okay, and then let's go ahead and put down our little rabbits in their cozy little den for the winter. There we go. And then we're just going to put this little tag. Oops, I think I'm going to slide it down just a little so I can put the little tag kind of like that. I'm going to spread that out. Kind of like this. And should I just hide that string and just leave the bow? No, I do like that. Maybe just push the bow up just a little bit so it's part of it. Fussing with it, it's probably going to go right back in place anyway. I don't know why I'm so worried about it. Enjoy the little things. Okay, I think I do want to pull this little bunny down just a little bit more before it dries. Hopefully it hasn't dried too much to add a little bit more glue since I did that. But I don't like how high up it is. So I'm just going to kind of center it, I think. And then hopefully you're not getting bored with my process. This is just how I work through when I'm collaging or decorating a page or doing something. This is actually just the way I work through it. But this is going to be cute. I really do like the little bow there too. But I don't know if that's too much with that sticking up and this sticking down, but I like it. Okay, so we got that. And so I think I should put the word January. I did print out the word January, but I had intended it for the other page, so I may have to, I'll have to go and print another one. But let's go ahead and tear January out. And I just printed this on copy paper because I knew I was just going to be gluing it on. So, but I think that it needs to say January. Even though the tab in the book's going to say January, I still feel like the page needs it. So, let's add it. Okay, so then I'm going to take and just lay it back on top of this page since we've already been inking it up. And I'm going to age it a little bit. And I'm okay, like I said before, I'm okay when I'm doing collages like this and it wrinkles up like that. It's no big deal because I like all the different textures that gets added to it anyway with the wrinkles and the crinkles. And let's see, I'm going to put that right there. So, I'm going to add that. There we have the little title. And maybe, what else does it need? It needs something. Maybe it needs something up here. Let me cut this out and see. Here's a little banner thing with a flower on it. Maybe too much. I do feel like it needs something up there, but I'm not sure what. It may just need me to cut the flower, fussy cut that little flower out and put it there. Does look good with something there, but I'm not sure that I like the paper, how it's angled. So now let me look and see through this stack of papers, what do I have to put there? Those cut aparts I just cut apart. Let me look. I'm just looking to see what all I have that could go there. It just needs some little something. Then I think it'll be good once we find that one little thing. How about, what if I cut this more like a little square?
Come on.
No, I'm not sure I like that either. Let's age it and see what happens. Maybe just sticking it right there. I think I'm just going to add the little flower with it like that. I think I like that. I think that will be good. I think it just needed some little something in this corner, and I think that's a good little thing to put in the corner. But yeah, just a little bit more glue. It doesn't want to stick. There we go. I think that'll be cute. So, and I can always add more to it if I find something else that I want to put on here. I do think I like this. I think I really like these little bunnies on here. It really makes me think of the winter and them all snuggled up. So let's add that now to the planner. And so I think what I'm going to do with that is I am going to just stick it in here, and then I will attach it to this page. So let me see what it looks like first before I attach it. See what it looks like in here, make sure it's going to fit. And I did have some washi tape pulled out. Hold up, let me see something here. I went through all my stash, like I said, with the papers and different things. And so I also went through and found washi tape to see if I had any washi tape that I wanted to add to the, just trying to see if there's anything I wanted to add here. Don't think so. I'm just making sure. And then that doesn't seem to be the same color. It seems to be a little bit different color. Okay, so we're going to leave this page like it is for now. Okay, so after creating the 2021 calendar, oops, let me see if I can pull around. After creating the 2021 calendar and this page, it seems like it's run on for quite some time. So I'm going to stop here, and then in the next, in part 2, I will work on the monthly page for January. And then hopefully in that video, I will also be able to work on some of the weekly pages. Well, thank you so much for watching. And if you like my videos, please be sure to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see when I upload new videos, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And that way you'll be notified each time I upload. And I have, I think this series right here is probably going to be 2 or 3 parts. And then each month I'm hoping to show you what I do in my junk journal planner for that month. And thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.